Learned your silence like a second language. Every pause had something to say. The way you looked past me and nothing told me you were slipping away. I tried to fix what you wouldn't mention, tried to heal what you wouldn't show. But love shouldn't feel like guessing or chasing someone letting go. I was speaking through my eyes while you avoided mine. I was begging without words, hoping somehow you would hear. In the way I held you closer, in every hidden tear, I was screaming in the quiet while you acted like you didn't see. I gave you all my unspoken love, but you never listened to me. I was begging without words. I stayed when every sign said leave. I fought when you felt done. I kept believing in your heart, even when you gave me none. You turned away from every moment that asked you just to care. And I kept reaching out my hands to find there was no one there. I was breaking silently while you were letting me. I was begging without words, hoping somehow you would hear. In the way I held you closer, in every hidden tear, I was screaming in the quiet while you acted like you didn't see. I gave you all my unspoken love, but you never listened to me. I was begging without words. Did you ever feel the weight of the love I couldn't say? Did you notice how I stayed when you pushed me away? I was loud in all the ways you refused to understand, giving everything I had while you let it slip your hands. I was begging without words. Now there's nothing left to say. All the silence that I gave you took my voice away. I was hoping you would fight for a love I couldn't leave, but I can't keep begging someone who never begged for me. Now the quiet feels too loud, and your absence cuts me deep. I was begging without words while you chose not to keep me. I used to paint your shadow in colors it never wore, turned every doubt to silence, every goodbye to more. I held on to your promises like they were carved in stone, but truth was in the distance while I was all alone. I kept on chasing echoes of a love that disappeared. Now the quiet's getting louder, and I finally see it clear. I finally see it clear. You were never really here, just a feeling I held on to through the heartbreak and the tears. I was loving you alone while you slowly disappeared. Now the truth is cutting deep, but I finally see it clear. You mastered all the right words, but never meant to line. I built a world around you while you were passing time. Every late night apology, every out change you said was just another empty dream I tried to keep instead. I was blinded by forever, you were living for the now, and I see the difference clearly, I just didn't know how. I finally see it clear, through the smoke and through the fear. You were something I believed in, not the someone that was there. I was breaking just to keep you, you never staying near. Now I'm picking up the truth, and I finally see it clear. Kind of healing is finally seeing clear. I finally see it clear. I don't need you standing here. I was stronger than you leaving, even drowning in my tears. You were never mine to lose, that's the truth I used to fear. Now I'm walking out of us, and I finally see it clear. So I'll leave behind your memory where the broken pieces lay. 'Cause clarity is painful, but it saved me anyway. I remember how you held my hand like you'd never let it go. You traced your dreams into my skin like they were ours to hold. We built a world on whispered words and promises we kept. But somewhere in the quiet turns, you gave me less and less. I was falling deeper every day while you were drifting away. I gave you all of me, every broken piece, every hope, every dream, every silent plea. I let you see the parts I hide, the ones I never show. But you walked away like it was easy, like you never needed me at all. Now I'm standing here in the wreckage of your love, with nothing left of me. Your shadow lingers in these rooms, in every corner of my mind. I still hear echoes of I love you, but they fade with time. You said forever like a truth, like it would never end. But forever was just something you never meant to spend. I kept holding on too tight while you let go without a fight. I gave you all of me, every broken piece, every hope, every dream, every silent plea. I let you see the parts I hide. every piece that's left. I gave you more than I could bear, more than I could lose. But you let it fall right through your hands, like it meant nothing to you. Now I'm picking up the pieces of a heart you broke, trying to find what's left of me. If love was meant to set me free, why am I still on my knees? I gave you all of me, and you took everything from me. But I loved you first. We were barefoot on the kitchen floor, laughing like we had forever. You said my name like it meant something more, like we'd always end up together. Now your side of the bed stays cold, and the silence cuts me deeper. Every promise we made turned old. Guess I was just a believer. I held on when you let go, fought for us alone. I loved you first, before the fall, before your heart built up its walls, before the nights you stopped coming home, before I learned to be alone. I gave you all my fragile trust. You gave me reasons not to love now. Every memory only hurts, but I loved you first. Your picture fades, but not the pain. It's burned into my mind. I hear your voice in the pouring rain, like you're just one call behind. But you're out there living like I'm gone, like we were never real. And I'm stuck here holding on to a love I still can feel. I reach out, but you're not there, just echoes in the air. I loved you first, before the fall, before your heart built up its walls, before the nights you stopped coming home, before I learned to be alone. I gave you all my fragile trust. You gave me reasons not to love now. Every memory only hurts, but I loved you first. Was I just a place to hide till you found a better life? Did you ever feel the same, or was I just a name? I take the pain 1,000 times just to go back and rewind to the moment you were mine. I loved you first, before goodbye, before I ever had to cry, before the truth tore us apart and left these scars across my heart. I gave you everything I was. You turned it into broken dust. Now all that's left are empty words, that I loved you first. If love was real, then why does it hurt still? I loved you first. You used to call me just to hear me breathe, stay on the line till we both fell asleep. Now every word feels like it's out of place, like you're a stranger wearing your old face. You used to reach for me without a thought. Now there's a distance in the way you talk. I try to tell myself it's just a phase, but love shouldn't slowly drift away. I felt it in the spaces in between, the silence saying things you didn't mean. I noticed every change, every little break in the way you held me, in the words you'd say, from I can't live without you to barely holding on, from forever in your eyes to already gone. I watch you fade away while I stay the same, holding on to us while you walked away. Now I'm left with all this pain, 'cause I noticed every change. Your laughter doesn't sound like it did before, like something's missing I can't ignore. You stop looking at me like I was enough, like loving me just got too tough. I memorized the way you slipped away, and all the small things you wouldn't say. It wasn't one goodbye that broke my heart, it was 1,000 little falling apart. You never said the words out loud, but I still heard them in the doubt. I noticed every change, every little break in the way you held me, in the words you'd say, from I can't live without you to barely holding on, from forever in your eyes to already gone. I watched you fade away while I stayed the same, holding on to us while you walked away. Now I'm left with all this pain, 'cause I noticed every change. Maybe I loved you too well, counting every missing cow, reading every hidden sign while you were slowly saying goodbye. I wish I could have been blind, save my heart just one more time, but truth was written on your face, and every quiet shift you made. I noticed every change, every silent plea, and the way you pulled away from me, from holding on so tight to letting go so fast, from building up a love to leaving in the past. I felt you slipping through my hands like something I could never understand. Now I'm dancing in the rain with the weight of every change. If love can fade without a sound, then why did I hear it breaking down? I noticed every change, even when you didn't say a thing. Loving you hurt me most. You walked in like a sunrise, soft light on my skin. I thought I found forever in the way you pulled me in. Every word felt honest, shadows hide in daylight. I just couldn't see the night. You promised me your heart like it was mine to keep, but every promise you made was one you couldn't keep. Loving you hurt me most, more than letting go, more than all the tears I never let you know. I gave you every piece of me. You gave me almost, and that's what broke me slowly. Loving you hurt me most. I memorized your silence like it spoke the truth. Tried to read your distance like it wasn't proof. You were slipping through me like sand in my hands, and I kept on believing in something that I couldn't stand. I built my world around you. You barely stayed inside. I was drowning in your love while you were letting go of mine. Loving you hurt me most, more than all your lies, more than watching us fade right before my eyes. I gave you all I had to give. You gave me almost, and that's what left me empty. Loving you hurt me most, and I still hear your voice in the quiet of my mind, like a song I can't escape. No matter how I try, if I could go back, would I change a single thing? Or would I still fall for you, knowing all the pain you'd bring? Loving you hurt me most, but I'd do it all again, even if it means I'd relive the end. 'Cause for a moment I was yours, even if it was false, and that's the cruelest truth. Loving you hurt me most. Now I'm learning how to heal from a love I couldn't hold. But the deepest kind of heartbreak is loving someone cold. I packed my heart in silence so you wouldn't hear it break. Left our photos on the table like a past I couldn't take. Every step felt heavier than the one before it did, like I was leaving pieces of everything we ever lived. I told myself it's over, even though it wasn't true. 'Cause every road I'm taking still leads me back to you. I'm walking away, still loving you, still holding on, still breaking through. Every mile feels like a lie. I tell myself just to survive. I'm trying to forget your name, but it's written in my veins. So I'm leaving, but don't ask me why. I'm walking away. city feels so empty without your voice in the air. Even strangers passing by me look like memories we shared. I try to find a reason to believe this had to end, but all I find are moments I wish we could live again. And I know I should be stronger, I should hate you just to heal, but love don't turn off easy when it was all you used to feel. I'm walking away, still loving you, still lost in everything we knew. Every breath is bittersweet, like your ghost is next to me. I'm trying to let go of your hold, but you're written on my soul. So I'm gone, but it's not the truth. I'm walking away, still loving you. If love was just a choice, then I would choose to stay, but it's deeper than my silence and stronger than my pain. So I'll leave you in this distance where I know I can't be hurt, but even at my strongest, you're still my weakest word. I'm walking away, still loving you, even when I know we're through. It's the hardest kind of goodbye, when your heart won't tell a lie. I'll disappear into the night, but you'll stay in every view. 'Cause no matter where I go, I'm walking away, still loving you. Maybe time will soften what I can't undo, but tonight I leave this broken road, still loving you. You felt like everything. You walked in like a quiet song I didn't know I needed. Every word just pulled me along, every look I believed it. We were fire in the pouring rain, dancing through the thunder. I thought love could erase the pain, now I'm drowning under. You were my light in the dark, now I'm lost where you are. You felt like everything to me, like every missing piece I need, like every prayer I ever made was finally being seen. But now you're just a memory, a shadow where you used to be, and I'm still holding on to dreams that slipped right through my hands. You felt like everything. I still sleep on your side sometimes, just to feel you closer. Trace your name in the empty lines, like it's not really over. But your voice is a fading sound, and your touch is gone forever. You were home, now I'm breaking down, trying to hold it together. I was yours without a doubt. You were already walking out. You felt like everything to me, like every missing piece I need, like every prayer I ever made was finally being seen. But now you're just a memory, a shadow where you used to be, and I'm still holding on to dreams that slipped right through my hands. You felt like everything. Did I love you more than you could take? Or did you love me less each day? Was it real or just a phase? I'm still lost inside the blame. If I could turn the clock around, I'd stop my heart from falling down, but I'd still choose you somehow. You felt like everything to me, like all I'd ever hoped to be. Now all that's left is broken dreams and nights that never end. I gave you all my soul to keep. You left me here with memories, and I'm still learning how to breathe without you in my hands. You felt like everything. Now every song just sounds the same, whispers of your name, and all I know is I'll never be the same. You felt like everything, and now I have nothing left to hold. You looked at me like I was home, but never stayed too long. Your arms were warm but somehow cold, like something here was wrong. You said the words I needed most, but they felt out of place, like there was truth you never showed, hiding behind your face. I felt it in the silence, and every almost I love you. You held something back from me, a piece I couldn't see. No matter how I tried to reach, you kept it out of touch. I gave you all my honesty, but you gave half your love to me, and now I'm left with what we were and what we never was. You held something back. I memorized the way you'd smile, like it could make me stay. But even in the sweetest while, you'd slowly pull away. I asked you if your heart was mine. You said don't overthink, but deep inside I read the signs. You were already leaving. I tried to fill the distance, you kept creating space. You held something back from me, a piece I couldn't see. No matter how I tried to reach, you kept it out of touch. I gave you all my honesty, but you gave half your love to me, and now I'm left with what we were and what we never Did you love me with regret? Now all I know, looking back, is you held something back. You let me feel alone. I remember how your laughter used to echo through my chest. Now the silence sits beside me like a ghost that never rests. Every corner of this room still whispers out your name, but you don't hear me calling, and nothing feels the same. You said forever like you meant it. I held on like it was true. Now forever feels like seconds since the moment I lost you. You let me feel alone, even when you held me close. Your eyes were somewhere far away, with someone I don't know. You let me feel alone. Your sweater on the chair still smells like yesterday. I try to keep it near me, but the warmth just fades away. I replay every moment, try to find where we went wrong. Was I loving you too deeply, or did you not love me long? You built a world around me, then you tore it down so fast. Now I'm searching through the pieces of a love that couldn't last. You let me feel alone, even when you held me close. Your touch was growing colder, but I was scared to let you go. I was giving you my heart, you were breaking it like stone. Now I'm lost inside the dark, 'cause you let me feel alone. And I would've stayed forever if you needed me to stay, but you walked away so easy, like I meant nothing that day. Now I'm talking to the shadows where your love used to be. And the hardest part of leaving is you stopped loving me. You let me feel alone when I needed you the most. Turn my heaven into heartbreak, turn my love into a ghost. I was holding on to us while you were already gone. Now there's nothing left to trust, 'cause you let me feel alone. So I'll learn to live without you, even if it breaks my soul. But I'll never forget the moment you let me feel alone. You loved me less. I memorized your morning, the way you'd say my name. But somewhere in the silence, it started sounding changed. You used to reach for my hand like it was all you knew. Now I'm reaching for your attention like I'm a stranger stranger to you. I kept on giving more while you were stepping back. I was building us forever, you were watching it collapse. You loved me less, and I loved you every day, and I felt it in the distance, growing wider as you'd fade. I was staying, you were leaving, in a quiet kind of way. And it hurts to say the truth out loud, you loved me less. I studied all your habits like they could save the end, but love don't need a reason when it's ready not to bend. You stopped saying always, stopped looking in my eyes, and I learned too late what changes when love begins to die. I was holding on to memories, you were letting them go. I was screaming in the silence while you already knew so. You loved me less, and I loved you just the same. That's the cruelest kind of balance, when nobody takes the blame. I was fighting for a heartbeat, you were drifting out of reach, and I stayed where I was breaking because you meant everything to me. Maybe love just ran its course, maybe it was never right, but I swear I felt you slipping night by night by night. And I don't hate you for it, I just wish that you confessed instead of letting me believe you loved me less. You loved me less, and I loved you more than air. Now I'm left with all the questions you were never there to share. I'll heal from what you couldn't give, from the truth I can't suppress, but I'll never unremember how you loved me less. So I'll close this broken chapter, let your memory lay to rest, and learn to stop pretending that you loved me less. You stopped trying. We used to talk until the sunrise, now we barely say goodnight. You used to reach for me in the dark, now you turn away, no fight. I kept believing we were just tired, blaming time, blaming life. But love don't fade without a reason, it fades when one stops trying. I was holding on with both hands tight while you were letting go. Each night you stopped trying, and I felt it break in every promise you didn't make, in every silence you left too long, in every us that turned to gone. I kept fighting for what we were while you let go without a word. Now I'm here with the truth I'm facing. Love didn't fail you. I started begging for your attention, like I was asking too much, when all I wanted was your affection. Just a little love, a little touch. You made me feel like I was crazy for needing what we had before, but I was only asking you to love me like you did once more. I gave you chances, gave you time, you gave me distance, line by line. You stopped trying and I felt it break in every promise you didn't make, in every silence you left too long, in every yes that turned to gone. I kept fighting for what we were while you let go without a word. Now I'm here with the truth I'm facing. Love didn't fail. You stopped trying. Was it easier to walk away than to fix what we became? Did you ever stop to think of me? Or did I just take the blame? I would have stayed through anything if you had met me halfway, but I can't keep loving someone who already walked away. You stopped trying and I let you go, even though it hurts me more than you know. I was holding on to a memory of who you used to be. Now I'm learning how to breathe again without your love to lean on, and it's killing me to say it out loud, but you stopped trying.